The night before my wedding, Owen's girlfriend, Anya, burnt down my house while I was gone. She'd been hosting a backyard barbecue, tossing the unextinguished charcoal embers haphazardly across the new wooden deck. The raging fire that erupted took the lives of the 4 bridesmaids sleeping upstairs. I drove like a maniac to get there, only to collide with the scene, firefighters carrying 4 charred bodies out on stretchers. I collapsed, sobbing, unable to tell which was my sister, Lily, and which were my best friends, Zara, Brooke, and Leah. But the one person who had managed to escape, Owen, was standing there, holding Anya close and whispering soft comforts. "It was an accident, Anya. It's not your fault. I've got you. No one is going to touch you." The hatred was so sharp it felt like a physical wound. I spat out a mouthful of blood, then spent every waking moment gathering evidence to take Anya to court. Yet, before the case even made it to the courthouse, Owen destroyed every piece of evidence. He was furious, his face a mask of righteous anger. "Those 4 people are never coming back, Sienna. Do you have to force Anya to kill herself too?" With nowhere left to turn, I walked the streets in a haze of despair until Anya found me and ran me over. I was dead before I hit the ground. Then I opened my eyes. I was back to the day before the wedding. I immediately invented an excuse to move my bridesmaids to a suite at the Langham Hotel. But that very night, a fire blazed up again, and 4 women were dead. My heart plummeted. Who were they? And how had they ended up sleeping upstairs in my house? 1. After securing Lily and my 3 best friends at the hotel, I messaged Owen to cancel the wedding. I told him to grab his friends and any of his own brothers who might have been there and leave the property immediately. I thought I had been careful enough. I thought I had neutralized the threat. But by dawn, I was getting a call about the villa being engulfed in flames. "They're going to get what they deserve," a neighbor hissed from the crowd gathered outside the yellow tape. They had time to run upstairs and save people, but I heard they were supposed to get married tomorrow, and he was carrying another woman out naked. They took forever to call the fire department. Those 2 almost burnt down my house when they didn't put out their coals. What gives them the right to hug each other like that? Flames clawed at the sky. I pushed through the onlookers just as the firefighters carried out 4 charred bodies. A spine-chilling coldness crawled over me. It was the same as the last life. I'd been called away for an urgent work meeting, and when I returned, this was the devastation I found. But my 4 bridesmaids were safe at the hotel. So who were the victims this time? I looked toward Owen. He looked exactly as he had before. There was no hint of guilt for the lost lives, only deep concern for his girlfriend, Anya. "This isn't your fault, Anya. We have to blame Sienna." He stopped mid-sentence as his eyes landed on me, and his expression instantly hardened. "Where have you been? Look at the mess you've caused. I told you during the renovation not to use wood decking in the courtyard. Now people are dead. Are you satisfied?" His self-righteous blame-shifting was the last straw. I rushed forward and slapped him across the face. The sound echoed sharply in the sudden silence. "I told you the wedding was off. I told you to leave. How dare you have a barbecue?" I screamed. "Who are those 4 people? How could you stand by and watch them burn alive? Are you even human?" A flicker of panic crossed Owen's eyes, but he quickly regained his composure. "The wedding was tomorrow. You can't just cancel it like that," he countered. "Your bridesmaids must have slept too heavily, or what? How is that my fault? You should be thanking me and Anya that we were still here. If we hadn't been, your sister and friends would have been burnt to ashes." Hearing him, Anya, who had looked shaken moments before, instantly found her nerve. "Exactly. This fire was an accident, but the house is yours. Your bridesmaids were here for your wedding. You have to take responsibility for everything." My whole body shook with fury. It was the same toxic playbook as before. Last time, my closest friends and sister died because of Anya's recklessness.